Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Shahrzad Naravi. I'm a business psychologist, and welcome to part 2 of the Build model to create more joy and ease in your life at work and at home. So the B of the Build model was be mindful with yourself and others. And the next step, the U, is understand that change is constant and can be positive. Pamela McClean, author of Life Forward and CEO of Hudson School of Coaching, created the model Cycle of Renewal. And it talks about how we are constantly in this cycle of renewal, and it's okay. And should we accept this, should we know it's going to be hard sometimes, even when I just reached the biggest goal that I had, then we can go forward with more ease. Some of these changes could be predictable, like growing in our careers, moving, launching our children. Some of them could be unpredictable, like illness for yourself or a family member, mental health challenges. And even when we know a big change is coming, we're not always fully prepared for it. And if we can come to acceptance that the cycle of renewal is real and natural and expected and to be expected, we can move forward with more calm and ease. So there's 4 parts to the cycle of renewal that the author talks about. First is we're in the go for it phase. This is when things are going well. Our family's doing well, we're thriving in our career, we may be at our fittest, and there's these moments in life that things are going really well until they're not. And there could be a change, whether we get dissatisfied in our company, in our role, whether we're ready for something new, and we go into what's called the Doldrums. And this word comes from sailing, and it's when there's no wind in the sail. And we need wind when you have a sailboat and you're sailing. And when there's no wind in our sail, we could feel depressed, we could feel unmotivated to socialize and go out. We really turn in, we could feel hopeless. It's our way of knowing we want more, we want something different. And it's okay. Here's the thing, I often talk with my clients, and they'll share that there's something dissatisfied with and they want right away to have a solution. And on occasion that happens and there's a new opportunity and you just move on, but there is usually a process to it. And so being in the doldrums is when we recognize in ourselves, I'm not happy, I don't feel good about this situation. And the third phase is the cocooning, where we go inwards, where we don't want to be out as much. And it's also a time where we're kind of curious. We might be reading more about the topics that we're challenged with. We might be doing some research around it. I've had clients tell me, I just don't like my role anymore in this company. Maybe I should quit. I'm just so unhappy. And after asking a series of questions to really understand what's going on, for example, one client felt like she had done everything possible in that role. The next role was not available. It was very limited. Yet, I came to find out that she's interested in other functions in the organization. And so she started networking, she started tribe working, she started talking to other people and learning about other roles. And what she had thought was, I need to quit, I need to go elsewhere, turned into, I think I'm going to be able to stay here and do some really good work. And she did, and it was fantastic. And so that cocooning phase is a time for reaching out to others, for researching, for thinking about what it is we do want. And when it comes to career development, this is something I always recommend, is having mini experiments and having outreach and seeing what else is out there. So some of you have shared with me over the years that you wanted to have a side business or a business and you felt like you needed to quit your job. And the question is, how can you get creative with others who are doing that work and maybe helping them out or doing a small piece of this project and dipping your toes in the water. It doesn't have to be all or none, and that cocooning phase is a time to really look at what different tiny little experiments might be like, what different options could be like. When it comes to work, many people in the cocooning phase start working on their resumes, or they start sketching out what a business plan for their dream business could look like. And these are really positive actions to take during a time when you're very much reflective and you have cocooned and you've gone inside physically and emotionally. And the last part is getting ready. So let's say you've been cocooning, let's say you've been researching, you've been thinking about other possibilities, and you now have an idea of what might be next. So for example, if someone wants to start their own business or take it to the next level, they would be reaching out to referral partners. They would be coming up with an updated strategic plan. If someone decided they actually do want to leave their role, it would be reaching out to recruiters, putting themselves out there online, updating their LinkedIn. And so that's the getting ready phase. It's these little steps that we take, and then we go back into the go for it phase. So when we are able to understand that change is constant, change is normal, being unhappy in a situation is okay because it's what propels change, it propels reflection, it propels experimentation, and it gets us to that getting ready again and then going back into the go for it zone. So here's to you facing change with openness and curiosity. Here's to you being gentle and kind with yourself when you are in that stage of the doldrums and cocooning. And here's to you reaching all of your goals, knowing that each new goal you reach will come with its own challenges, and it's part of the process, and it will add to your wisdom, power, resilience, and grace. Thank you.